Enjoy this illustrated explainer video about guide dogs for the blind.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are furry and walk on 4 legs.
A yellow lab guide dog in harness.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. Which is why we match people who are blind or visually impaired living in the US or Canada with exceptional guide dogs at no cost to them.
A person with a guide dog.
We even help with veterinary bills and ongoing essential support. We create these life-changing partnerships entirely through private donations and with the help of thousands of volunteers. And of course, with our incredible dogs.
A group of people with dogs.
Our dogs are guide dogs at the DNA level. We breed them specifically to do this work.
2 dogs and a DNA helix.
At 3 days old, our dogs start spending time with volunteers called puppy socializers.
A person with a newborn puppy.
Being a puppy socializer isn't just a dream job. It's how we help our puppies get comfortable being around humans.
A volunteer interacts with puppies.
At 8 to 10 weeks, puppies go live with volunteer puppy raisers.
A puppy raiser receives a puppy.
These volunteers dedicate a year of their lives to get these dogs ready for more advanced training.
The dog matures.
When the dogs come back to the school, our world-class staff teach them the complex skills required to become successful guide dogs.
2 GDB instructors train dogs.
After about 12 weeks of training, a dog is matched with their person.
A person hugs a guide dog.
This matching process is part art and part science, and always quite remarkable. Our clients and dogs undergo 2 weeks of personalized training together and begin to form a magical and lasting bond.
A person and guide dog in caps and gowns.
After graduating, clients return home with their guide dogs, empowered to enjoy their lives with greater mobility, independence, and inclusion.
3 scenes of people with their guide dogs at home, work, and play.
None of this would be possible without the generosity of our extended community of volunteers and donors.
A group of people and dogs.
To learn more about supporting our life-changing mission, visit us online.
GDB logo and URLs. guidedogs.com and gdbinternational.ca.
Enjoy a peek into Guide Dogs for the Blind's Puppy Center, where 2 yellow lab puppies romp in an indoor play area full of colorful structures and a variety of toys.
Meet Kylie. She happens to be blind. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how awkward people can be around her.
Kylie waits at a bus stop with her guide dog. A woman looks at her quizzically. Question marks appear over the woman's head.
So here's some tips to keep us all moving through the world safely and confidently. Always speak directly to a person with a visual impairment, not their guide dog. Remember, that dog has a job to do.
Good morning.
Hello.
Would you like directions to an open seat?
Sure.
There's 2 rows back on your left.
Thanks.
Kylie gets on the bus with her guide dog and sits across from a woman and child.
Oh, Mom, don't pet that dog. It's working.
Now at the office.
At our office, Kylie's colleagues make sure to introduce themselves when they enter the room and to let her know when they leave.
Sarah stands in the doorway of Kylie's office.
Hi, Kylie. It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you see the latest episode of Bachelorette on Mars?
I can't believe Abe got put in the spaceship. I thought for sure it would be Lenny.
Thought bubble with a bachelor on a spaceship.
Same.
Are we still on for a shopping trip over lunch?
Yep. I'll see you then. Bye.
Speak directly to people with visual impairments rather than speaking to their friend, their guide dog, or anyone else. And be specific when providing directions.
A boutique storefront. Sales associate with Sarah and Kylie.
Hello, how can I help you?
Actually, it's my friend Kylie who needs help.
And what is she looking for?
She is looking for jeans.
Oh, they're over there. I mean, just ahead of you a few steps. Boyfriend jeans are on the left and mom jeans are on the right.
A restaurant.
Kylie's looking forward to a date with her boyfriend, James.
Kylie, James, and guide dog wait to be seated.
Sorry, no animals allowed in the restaurant.
Actually, guide dogs are allowed anywhere the general public is allowed.
Oh, right this way then.
Kylie and James sit at a table with the dog chilling on the floor like a good doggo.
Hey, Kylie, do you want me to read the menu to you?
Sure. Thank you.
James and Kylie with their food.
This smells amazing.
Should I describe where things are?
Yes, please.
There's spicy chicken curry and rice at the top of your plate and braised greens at the bottom. Your wine is above the plate to the right.
So good.
Kylie gives a romantic smile to James. Spinach in her teeth.
Honey, you have spinach in your teeth.
Thanks so much for letting me know.
Let's let Kylie and James enjoy their dinner. For more information and helpful tips, visit guidedogs.com.
Welcome, everyone. It's all good to see you on a very rainy California day on the California campus. It's wonderful to be able to welcome you and have you join us today for our graduation, both here in our studio and also virtually. So we have a whole audience virtually. Would you guys like to wave? Hi. Hi to our virtual audience. We're glad to see you. So whether this is your first graduation, whether it's your 30th graduation, it's always a memorable experience. This is when essentially our mission comes together. And I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Chris Benninger. I'm the CEO here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was getting so excited. But every single graduation I've ever been to is always memorable. So I guarantee you're going to have just a wonderful, wonderful day today. So thank you. So we're here in celebration of lots and lots of wonderful things. We're here in celebration of one canine buddy team that's going to be graduating, 4 guide dog teams that are going to be graduating, and we're also here in celebration of all the people who actually make this mission work, right? So let me start by saying a very big thank you to our puppy raisers, because our puppy, yes, let's give a hand to our puppy raisers. Yeah. Our puppies, our puppy raisers have our puppies for anywhere from 14 to 18 months, and they put their heart and soul into every single puppy, and that shows. One of the things that our guide dog instructors will say is that our puppy raisers make their job easy, because our puppy raisers do all the hard work, and then our guide dog mobility instructors have the opportunity to just sort of fine-tune those wonderful dogs. I want to say a very, very big thank you to our donors, because without you, we would not be able to execute on our mission. We do not charge for our services. We receive no government funding. So our donors, we so appreciate your support, because you make this mission happen. And then, yes, thank you. And a special shout out to Lillian Tremont. Oh my goodness, I'm not doing that name very well. Tremoli, who is paying for a harness for every single class in 2024. So thank you, Lillian. Thank you. Yeah. And a big shout out to our volunteers and our staff. No matter whether you're working with our dogs, whether you're working in administration, whether you're working with our clients, you make a difference here at Guide Dogs for the Blind every single day. So thank you for the work that you do, because we truly appreciate you. Thank you. So we're going to start with a short video about our mission here at Guide Dogs. This particular video is going to be audio described. And so what that means is that in addition to the narrator, you will also be hearing another voice that will be describing what's on the screen. In addition to that other voice describing what's on that screen, we also have captions. So the reason that we do that is to make certain that everybody can enjoy the video. Everybody has access and everybody can enjoy the video. So let's go ahead and watch it. Thanks.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
The struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
I always get a tear in my eye when I watch that. I have the honor now to introduce our awesome class instruction team. Claire Lazito, Taylor McKeel, our class supervisor, Darren Walsh. So give them a hand. Thank you. And I'm going to turn the mic over now to Claire, who's going to introduce our Canine Buddy team.
Thank you so much. All right, so before I introduce our Canine Buddy team, I just wanted to give a little more information about our Canine Buddy program. So GDB's Canine Buddy program matches specially selected dogs to become buddies to people who are blind or visually impaired, including children ages 5 and above and adults of all ages. Canine Buddy dogs are not service dogs, but are wonderful companions that bring joy and connection to the GDB community. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to the same level of service as our guide dog teams. Today, our team that we will be celebrating is Bill of Northern Nevada, who received Argo, a male yellow Labrador retriever. Argo was raised by Shannon Parrish and Kathy Shinneman of Carmichael, California. On the slide, from the client, Bill says, Argo is the reason the word love was invented. He brings us joy every day. He is a large, snuggly boy. We enjoy his daily kisses and morning wiggly activity. Thank you to those who raised him and cared for him before he came into our life. And the photo description is 2 photos. In the first photo, Argo sits on a grass lawn on a sunny day smiling at the camera wearing his blue canine buddy scarf. The second is Argo pictured in the client's home sitting in front of a decorated Christmas tree. He wears his blue canine buddy scarf and jingle bells on the collar. And then I have some notes from the raisers. The raiser says, Argo is an amazing puppy. He is smart and funny and full of joy. He loves face rubs anytime and more so after breakfast. He is always up for an adventure, especially if he could show off while working. He is equally comfortable working at a Broadway musical or giving out smiles to the nurses while visiting his co-raiser after surgery. He is quietly tucked under a chair during meetings, then relishes the attention when he's allowed to visit. Argo loves to play with younger puppies and show them how it's done at home. Training is a bit easier when an older dog is around to emulate. He is a great snuggler and a nursemaid as he can curl up tightly next to me. He has had a great friendship with our cat in the neighborhood, Jazz Cat. These two would walk side by side with Jazz Cat singing his heart out. And then we have 2 photos as well, both of Argo as a young puppy. The first is Argo awkwardly sitting on a stone step and looking at the camera. The second is Argo and a fellow puppy in training posing with the raiser at a holiday event. The pups are wearing red holiday scarves and the raiser is wearing a Santa hat. Congratulations to these teams. Good job. And then next I'd like to bring up Taylor to talk about our guide dog teams.
Thank you, Claire. All right, and now I have the pleasure of introducing the final guide dog class of 2024. Our guide dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that's compatible with their lifestyle to enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training models that include both in-residence and in-home training. At today's graduation, we're recognizing 3 graduates from our residence training program and 1 who graduated from an in-home training program. The first client we'll be recognizing is Edward Coldford of St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador, who is receiving Estrella, a female yellow Labrador Retriever. And Ed, you're welcome to come to the stage. Estrella was raised by Rebecca Clark of Arlington, Texas, Denise Cole of Fairview, Texas, and had the breeder custodian of Stephen Patrick Connolly. Ed is graduating with his 2nd guide dog from GDB. Ed is retired as an executive in a healthcare organization and is now enjoying his travels. He's split the last 30 years between Palm Springs and his hometown of St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador, where he lives with his retired guide Tidbit and his wife Brenda. Ed is looking forward to his future travels with Estrella. Here you go, Ed.
Thank you, Taylor. I want to keep it short because that was my orders. But I like to talk about my previous dog as well as my new Estrella. So first of all, I'd like to just let you know when something just very funny happened. I was on my way here. I was talking with my puppy raisers. And so I had about 10 minutes, I guess, to relieve Estrella and also get changed and get ready for here. Just couldn't look in the mirror. Obviously, I didn't see much. but anyway, I was brushing my hair, and it was tight on my neck. I was figuring out what could this be, and I had my sweater on in backwards, so it was kind of tight, and the front of it obviously didn't work very well for me. So I scrambled and got that ready before she knocked on the door to tell me to come on. Anyway, I'd like to get back to why we're here, obviously, and I've had a fairly, not long, but interesting history with guide dogs. One of the best organizations, really, that I've known, and everything is free, which is one good thing. no government funding, and they're just a very professional, well-run group. I guess my introduction to GDB was, I guess, through a friend of mine that was attending classes at Braille Institute in Palm Springs. So he had a guide dog, and he told me where it was, and there was great experience that he had with it. So it was all right. I got very interested in that. And then I went back to Canada, and I was talking with someone from Ottawa who also worked with the Canadian Council for the Blind. And she said she had a dog from Guide Dogs for the Blind as well, and everything was working out really well for her and changed many things for her. So when I got back she gave me actually some telephone numbers, and I called somebody, and Keith was working with guide dogs at the time, and he told me what I should do, phone admissions and get all my paperwork together. So that's what I did, and within a few months everything was put together, and I got a call saying that I was accepted and should get my dog in a few months or whatever. So that was good. I really appreciated that, the efficiency of how that went. And up to that time, things were pretty tough for me. I was pretty busy all my life. And things were not so good in the sense of I was losing everything. My sight, obviously. Couldn't drive, couldn't read, couldn't look at TV. All of the things that you take for granted. So I finally came to a GDB to class, and just my world changed. Tidbit was a great dog. She still is. And Estrella is also going to be a great dog. I know that because she's very smart. And our puppy raisers have been really excellent, and they visited me here. And we discussed all aspects of her training and that kind of thing. So I'm very happy. I got to congratulate Claire, extremely good trainer who worked with Estrella and myself, and I couldn't ask for any better. I think I felt that the whole training program for the last 2 weeks were flawless. Estrella did not make a mistake, I don't think, ever once, and I try to follow her lead, obviously. And I think she'll always keep me safe, and I'll always say GDB.
That's going to be hard to follow. My family and I received Estrella at Fun Day in 2022, which was such an honor to receive her in front of, a huge group of fellow puppy raisers and staff and volunteers. And we raised her for the first 10 months, and our Fort Worth raiser, Becky Clark, was then able to take her and finish raising her so we could raise our first grand pup. But we kept in touch. Estrella's name means star, and this girl, yes, this girl is definitely a star. She is so smart, so confident, so playful, and eager to please, and she is going to make you a wonderful partner. She's going to guide you and light your way, and I'm very, very excited to be able to watch the journey that you two will have together and be a part of that from now on. So congratulations. Congratulations.
All right. I have a few notes from the other raisers from Estrella who were not able to make it today, but I'm sure they are joining on the live stream, so we'll say hi. Hello. Congratulations. Okay, this is from Rebecca Clark. We would like to thank our friends Denise and Gary Cole for transferring Estrella to us to finish her training. We loved working with this sweet and smart dog. They gave her an amazing training foundation, and we helped give her some final experiences to prepare her for formal training ahead. Estrella was always a star. That's her name, right? Okay. No matter what she did or where she went, I think she knows it. She's always been a hard worker, but also enjoys her time off to jump in the pool. I heard an oh yeah over there. That's great. She loved being around our 7 grandkids and enjoyed snuggling with our other dogs. Estrella was a star from the start. We wish Estrella and Ed all the best and many adventures ahead. Love, Becky and Jay Clark. And on the screen here is a photo description. It's yellow lab Estrella on the floor with fellow house pups, Tinka the Cavapoo and Tully the Golden Retriever. I hope they're tuned in watching as well. They're all looking up at the camera. Congratulations.
All right. Another congratulations to Ed and Estrella. Okay. Next, I will be welcoming up Jeannie Fairley of Newtonville, Massachusetts, who received Rubicon, a female yellow Labrador Retriever, raised by Paul Fontaine of Leander, Texas, and her breeder custodian was Gina Valentine. Jeannie Fairley is graduating with her 2nd guide from GDB. Jeannie lives in Newton, Massachusetts with her husband Paul, her retired guide Rue, and her cat Russell. Jeannie works full-time as the ADA coordinator for the city of Newton and is looking forward to celebrating the holidays with Rubicon, her 5 children, 10 grandchildren, a couple of whom are in the audience, and she's looking forward to being back in the office in the new year.
Well, thank you very much, and my talk is a whole bunch of thank yous. So, first I'm going to start with Paul Fontaine. He is the puppy raiser for Rubicon, and he's done a fabulous job. She is the sweetest, smartest, affectionate, and social butterfly. Every time you clapped, she's like, oh, yeah, it's for me. Of course it's for me. And so, anyway, so I wanted to thank Paul. I think he's watching out there in, I won't say Zoom land, I'll say YouTube land. And this little girl's going from Austin, Texas to Boston, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. So Austin and Boston. And I talked to him for a nice long time, and I hope to talk to Gina, who was Rubicon's breeder custodian. That means that Rubicon was chosen to be a breeder, which means she's top dog, of course, and they want more of them, so that's why she was chosen as a breeder. Unfortunately, there was some little, not so sure about whether she wanted to be a breeder. They didn't ask her right away, So anyway, she's a little bit older than my first, and you might recognize that the names are very similar. So my first is Rue. So I'm telling Rubicon she's going home to see her big sister. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My next thanks is to the staff here. Had fantastic staff, and I know, full disclosure, I'm going to forget somebody, okay? So be sure of that. First, I wanted to thank the RA staff. Marissa is here, and she was one of 3 that I was with over the 2 weeks. Marissa, Celia, and Heather. I hope I didn't forget anyone. And they were fantastic and full of information, full of help, guidance, kindness, you name it. And the nursing staff were fantastic too. Good thing there's only, I think, 3 names I have to definitely remember there too. And that is Kathy and Andrea and Julie. So yeah, I've got this on my hand somewhere, my notes, right? In any case, they were fantastic. I had a few little, very minor things going on with me, and they were right there and helped, so helpful, unbelievable. The cooking staff, you have to realize, my kids know this, but I'm gluten-free, I have celiac, and oh, you're bored now. Okay, I understand. Yeah, oh, she's talking, I must lay down. That's usual for my guide dogs. Anyway, they were fantastic as well. Danny, Kevin, and Brendan, they made the most delicious gluten-free food for the last 2 weeks, 3 meals a day, and I couldn't thank them enough. Now I'll get to my family, briefly, but I want to thank my husband, who is home with Rue out there in YouTube land, and especially my daughter Eileen, who's here with Hazel and Theo. who are two of my 10 grandchildren. My niece Caitlin is here with her husband Tim and little Maggie. So we're very much covered here for my Northern California relatives. My good friend who's out there in YouTube land is Kathy Kennedy. She's the one that led me to Guide Dogs for the Blind. So she's responsible for number 1 guide dog and number 2 guide dog in that way. So thank you so much. Last, but of course not least, is this instructional team. Darren and Claire and Taylor. Taylor was my instructor, right here, the MC here. She was fantastic, absolutely. She was kind, she was patient, she was very wonderful instructor, so smart, so straightforward, but very loving to me and to Rubicon. And Rubicon absolutely loves her and goes a little nuts for her. So she was her Taylor was Rubicon's instructor for the last, month or so? Yeah. So anyway, okay, so that's enough. And I'm looking forward to Christmas. I'm very, very blessed, and she's the best Christmas present I could ever have. Thanks.
That was lovely, Jeannie. I have some comments from Razor Paul Fontaine, who can't be with us here today, and hopefully they're tuning in as well. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jeannie and Rubicon. I am so excited for this journey to begin. Jeannie, I must say that you are getting a partner that you will love like no other, and will continue to earn your confidence every day. Rubicon was a special pup. She always wanted to show us she had the confidence to succeed at whatever task she was presented. I promise that together you will conquer everything you set out to do. To Rubicon, you came to our home at 8 weeks old and won our hearts immediately. I referred to you as the perfect puppy. I still remember each night when it was time to watch a football game, you would get on our spot on the floor and we would lay next to each other. I won't tell Jeannie that you snore. Maybe you've learned that already. We shared some of the best times. I hope what you learned from us helps in your new journey and you love your new partner as much as we love you. Jeannie, go have fun. I wish I could have been there today to celebrate with y'all, but trust me when I say we are cheering you both on. Congratulations. Paul has submitted a photo, and it is Rubicon sitting in a sit position on a rock in front of a waterfall with numerous rocks and plants in the background. Rubicon is wearing her green puppy jacket and gentle leader, while her Razor is holding her leash out of the photo. Rubicon also has her signature head tilt going on while looking in the direction of the camera. How sweet.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Jeannie and Rubicon. Okay, and our final in-residence graduate I'll be recognizing is Lillian Scaife of Long Beach, California, who received Festive, a female black and brindle Labrador Retriever, raised by Amy, Greg, and Michelle Smith of Elk Grove, California, and Angie, Dan, and Rai Ruiz of Rancho Cordova, California. All right, Lillian Scaife is graduating with her 4th guide dog from GDB. She got her first guide in 1993 and is currently retired, but still keeps busy. Lillian is from Long Beach, California, and she is looking forward, after a long wait, to continue her 30 years of being a guide dog handler. All right, Lily.
I can't keep up with Jen. She's a talker. And I thank all the staff here. I might be doing it backwards, but they all were marvelous here. I don't remember everybody's name. And Festive, she sees a lot of people here she knows and that she spent time with. But I am just thankful for the raising you did with Festive. She is marvelous worker. She's just a little excited today because she's seen so many people, including my granddaughter that gets in front of her and just about cries because she's like, she's so cute. I'm like, oh God. But I am very thankful to have my independence again, being able to travel, to go where I want to go with my companion guide dog, my guide dog guiding me all the way. When I got my first guide dog in '93, after losing more vision, I worked at Rockwell Boeing in Seal Beach for 20 years. 20 years in, but I had lost more vision. I applied for my first guide dog, and that was Fantasia, and that I couldn't live without a guide dog. We just were so empowered to guide and go with these trusty eyes with me. So I want to thank Amy for raising Vestive and the other family, which I forgot your name. Michelle and Greg. Thank you for raising Vestive. She is very focused when she's working, harness up.
Yeah.
Trust me, she is. She's just a little distracted today, all these people.
Thank you. Well, Lillian, she is just the joy. I mean, her name is Festive, and how could it not be any more perfect than graduating right now? But she lives up to her name. She is a little joyful wiggle butt who is a social butterfly, who I'm sorry that I'm here because she's a little distracted. But that's okay. You got her under control. You got her. And I can't think of anybody better for her to go to. So I'm so proud of her and you. And thank you so much for giving her just, I'm sure it's going to be an amazing life. So thanks.
Thank you.
Another congratulations to Lillian and Festive. Okay, and finally, I'll be recognizing our in-home graduate, and that is Leslie Bruckner of Santa Barbara, California, who received in-home training with Nils, a male black Labrador Golden Retriever cross, who was raised by Ann Wondolowski of Lafayette, California. And Leslie wanted to leave a note. She says, "My name is Leslie Bruckner, and my new guide is named Nils. We cannot be present at today's graduation ceremony, but we are there in spirit. Speaking for myself and Nils, we are grateful to all of the many people who devoted their time, their effort, and their love to create our beautiful new partnership. In particular, I'm so very thankful to Nils' puppy raiser, Anne, who molded him to be my guide, who molded him into a totally well-behaved and playful, loving dog. To Nils' training supervisor at GDB, Emily Courage, who chose him to be my guide. And to GDB's field manager, Lucy Waite, for working patiently with Nils and I as we have completed routes and learned teamwork along the way. Nils is my third guide dog. My first was Fidelity and then Timber, having been his predecessors. I have an unending appreciation for what GDB does for members of the blind community who choose to have a guide dog. They set us free. I'm looking forward to having a long, active, and loving partnership with Nils. Thank you." The photo description on the screen: Leslie sits at a stone outdoor table on a stone patio with Nils sitting on the ground next to her. Leslie smiles and rests her hand on Nils, who's looking at the camera. In the background is a small tree and buildings. Okay, and now I will hand the mic off to Claire.
Great, thank you. So next we will be doing a quick training demonstration about the use of the clicker and chair targeting more specifically. So during training, we spend our time training these desired behaviors, right? Like for stopping at curbs, finding doors, by marking it with a click specifically. So It's really easy for them to learn. Most of our dogs are incredibly food motivated. It takes less than 5 minutes for them to figure out that a click means they get food. So very fast, and you'll find often our dogs love to target things as well. So we can teach them, again, to target poles, doors, chairs, like we're going to do today. And I would actually like to welcome Marissa and her guide dog, Jim, up to the stage. And they will be demonstrating how to do some back chaining. Welcome, Marissa and Jim. Jim is a cross, golden lab cross over here. Very nice. You got the chair right here, Marissa. So first, in order to tell Jim what our target is, Marissa is going to take her clicker out, and we are going to offer him a hand target. So we're showing him what his new target is going to be, and that is the hand. So as soon as he touches his nose to her fist, she's going to click. She'll do that a couple times. I like to say it's kind of warming him up to the game. You'll already see his tail starting to wag. He's getting really excited. He knows exactly what's coming. Next, what she's going to do is she's actually going to put that fist onto the chair. So what she's telling him is the new target is the chair. So giving him lots of praise, giving him kibble on that chair, again, just to reinforce, right, that the chair is our new target. She'll take a slight step back and then bring that fist back to the chair. Click when he touches the fist again. Good boy. He's getting excited. She'll take another step back. So we call it back chaining, right, because we're showing him, step by step exactly where we want him to come from. Good boy. Very nice. She'll take another couple steps back. Good boy. Step forward. Very nice. He's touching the chair. Good boy. And when we feel like he's starting to understand the process, right, she's going to pick up that harness handle from a few steps away, see if he'll take her to the chair. Of course he does, right? Good boy. Very nice. So she'll click again when she finds that chair. She'll go back a couple more steps. Yeah, very nice. Good boy. Pick up that harness handle. Good boy. Clicking when he finds that chair. Very nice. So what we're telling him, right, is we're going to want to eventually get from the door all the way to the chair. Very nice. So we can actually go back just a little bit farther, Marissa, and we'll pair that word. So we'll say, find the chair. He's like, oh yeah, look at that tail. Lots of tail wags. Very nice. And of course, when we're finally done, she'll take a seat in that chair. Yeah, you can go ahead. Very nice. Excellent. Perfect. So, let's give them a round of applause. Very nice. So, we can use this again, for ATMs, right? APS buttons on poles, curbs, right? We can really use the clicker, to mark and be very precise with what we want them to target or stop at. Excellent. Thank you, Marissa and Jim. All right, I will pass the mic back to Chris for closing remarks.
Thank you, Claire. So we're coming to the end of our graduation celebration today. If you are interested in volunteering at Guide Dogs for the Blind, we're always looking for puppy raisers, foster volunteers. If you're interested in joining our staff, or if you know of somebody who can benefit from our services, please visit our website at guidedogs.com. If you're interested in supporting our mission with a donation, you can also go to guidedogs.com, or you can text partnerships to 50155. So for our live stream audience, we're going to say goodbye and thank you for joining us. And for those of you in the room, our kitchen has prepared some really, really, really yummy treats. We have something called Japanese cheesecake. Do you know what that is? Doesn't that sound yummy? I guarantee you it is. And our gift shop is also open today. It's at the top of campus, and I hope you'll stop in. We've got lots of fun things for you. So thank you all very much.